Hey everybody, you've reached World's Cup of Joe, Awaken Your Soul. You have Joanne and Elizabeth here ready to get really deep on a topic that is really hard to understand, even for the most advanced in this spiritual journey. And that's how the time-space reality really affects your connection and how that is relevant to everything you're doing right now in your journey, in your ascension, and with your twin flame. So as we get deep on this, sit back, relax, and really just let this truth soak in. And before we start our video, we want to let you know we have a Labor Day sale, 33% off our entire store that you can find the link below. This is huge, guys. We really wanted to gift you 33% off because this journey is hard and we know what it takes to get in this space where you are not only magnetic to your twin flame, but you know they no longer pull again. So check out our sale below and enjoy the video. We talk soul on this channel. We talk twin flames on this channel. And guess what? They are one in the same. And that's why you will always hear us bring it back to soul. You want to be with your twin flame? Well, let's talk soul then, because they are your soul. So when you align to the energy of soul, you are actually aligning to the energy that draws in your twin flame and allows them to stay in your space. So with that being said, we got this topic from this beautiful soul that was sort of wondering about a time frame. And I'm sure a lot of you, I know I did, how soon can my twin flame come back? Will they come back? And if they do come back, will they stay? And so this question is going to be about time. And if you've heard us talk, you know we'll say time is an illusion. But this is the question. How soon can my twin flame actually come back? How soon can I actually magnetize? How long does this journey really have to take? And usually that's followed by I've been on this journey for 4 years. I've been on this journey for 10 years. I've been on this journey for 8 months. And there's always this time frame that people give us. And it's like stuck in their head. I've been on this journey for this long. When is it finally going to be my time? So with that preface, like I said, a lot of you guys can probably definitely relate. You've probably had similar thoughts. How long is it going to take? I've been on this journey for X amount of time. And this is what we want to say to all of you guys listening. Seriously, we want to say this. And it's funny, Joanne, and I'm sure you can go more into this when you share your thoughts on this. At first, when we first started this channel, you were almost like hesitant to tell people how quickly you were able to help shift me. But I really want everybody to know who's listening to this, every one of you can shift as quickly as I did. You are no different than me. You are no different than me. So with that being said, how quickly can you shift? And I'm going to be real, guys. I'm going to be real. You can shift as easily as today. You can shift into the energy of soul as easily today. Is it hard work? Absolutely. But you can. You can align with soul in moments, and have your twin flame start reaching out again. But this is the thing. It takes a lot of inner work. It takes what we like to say spiritual stamina. It really, really does. You have to be really mentally prepared to do the inner work that it takes to shift. And when I say the inner work it takes to really shift, what I mean by that is you have to be willing to call out the addiction for what it is. You have to be willing to close out the things that are keeping you in the addictive energy. And you have to be able to call out the mind when the mind starts going and understand you are not your mind. You are your soul that's watching it. You have to be able to be conscious. That's really the only thing you're doing. You're learning how to be conscious. You're learning how to be soul. You're learning how to be the observer. And that can be instantaneous. Really, it can. But the problem is a lot of people identify as the mind. They hear the mind and then they start engaging as the mind. They think they're the mind. So when they say something like, well, when they go into the stories, well, it's been this amount of years. Okay, well, soul doesn't keep time. Soul is now. Soul is presence. So if you're already talking about time, you're already identifying as the thoughts. You're already identifying as the mind. You're not practicing becoming the observer. This is a habitual practice of releasing that who you are not, which are the thoughts in the mind, and embracing, embodying that which you are, which is God's source energy, which is your soul. And so when we say it can be really, really quick, we mean that, but it's how deep do you want to get within your own journey? And really the time frame of, hey, can I get my person back really quick? Can I shift really quick? Well, right there, I really want you guys to hear that question, because you'll hear, if you really listen to that question, it's mind and the intention is off. Mm-hmm. The intention should be, how do I start to feel better and to find my best and highest self? And that's boring, right? I know that's mm-hmm. boring. Nobody wants to hear that. I don't care about my best self. I just want my person back. But your best mm-hmm. self is what brings your person back. Not intentionally. It's a byproduct. Your person is a measuring tool, essentially, for you to see, am I in mind or am I in soul? And when I say that in practical terms, when I'm in mind, my person pulls, and immediately I feel his pull, and it makes me have to snap out of what's going on in the thoughts, because that's when I'm identifying as the mind. And I have to say, wait a minute, where's my energy and where are my thoughts at right now? And then I have to really watch it and say, oh, I was lost in those thoughts. I was being those thoughts instead of being the observer. And then I have to come back to not caring about what the thoughts were thinking, and just being mindful that they're there and they're not me. So this is a really, really tough practice, but in terms of time, space, reality, it could be immediate. So when we say time is irrelevant, when people start bringing up the past of their journey, it's been this amount of time. I always want to, I call you guys out with love. You know, I call you guys out with love. I don't care if it's been 10 years. I don't care if it's been 20 years. I don't care if it's been 2 weeks. Time is irrelevant. Time starts now. Soul alignment starts now. It always is in the present moment. Your soul connection is in this now moment. Soul doesn't look back. It does not look back. So the moment you're looking back and counting time, which is an illusion, which is a man-made concept, you're now in thoughts, you're now in mind, you're now out of your God source energy, and you're now in the energy that is not magnetizing your twin flame back in. When I go into time mode, and it's really rare because I really, really don't look back anymore, because the moment I've trained myself so much to be the conscious one, the moment the thoughts of past start coming in, I just say, past is mind, I am soul, and it snaps me. That's my mantra. That's my mantra I used for a long time, and that really helped shift me where I don't ever really think of past anymore. So I'll say that again for those of you that really want to be able to start working with yourselves of training your consciousness to get out of the subconscious thoughts of time. As soon as you feel a thought, ask yourself, is this past or future? And as soon as you realize it is past or future, soul is now, soul is the present moment. If I'm in these thoughts, then I must be in mind, and I'm going to come back to my alignment. I'm going to come back to soul. Soul doesn't look at the past. It doesn't judge. I am soul. I'm going to come back to now. So that's what I use to help me. And like I said, I rarely go into the past. So with that being said, Joanne, your thoughts on how soon the shifts can happen to bring your twin flame back in?
So it's so funny, Lev, when you said in the beginning of the video, you said something like, this channel is about soul. This channel is going to bring you to soul. And right off the bat, because, you know, in every YouTube, the first few seconds is what catches the person watching in, right? And I'm like, you know, I really hope that this reaches as many people that should have it, right? But to someone who's in addictive energy, when they hear that, that's boring. Like, that's so boring. What do you mean soul? And skip, right? I want my twin flame. What is she talking about, soul? Skip. Because to mine, when we share soul is the answer, when we share that union is now, when we share that your ability to be with your twin flame is instant, when you quickly align to this moment now, it sounds really boring. Because you know what would be more exciting, Elizabeth? What would be more exciting is if we showed all of these ways that, or if we allowed people to leak. If we allowed
Yes.
people
If we were
to
allowing you to get
ruminate.
your hits, if we were allowing you to get
Yes.
your hits off the addictive energy, that's what. And so,
Oh,
Joanne,
for sure.
and this has been a couple of years now. We sort of made this commitment to ourselves. We will never, and actually at the very beginning, we said we'll never allow people to leak. But what we
No.
also
Yeah.
said was, like, this channel will never be something that people seek out because they want to get addictive hits, ever.
Yeah. So told clients that we will never let you push. Like, I'm sorry, love, and it's okay if we don't ever talk again.
Yeah.
We're going to tell you the truth.
We know that there's channels out there that have grown really, really quick, right? Like, and we have grown in this place of the people who are finding our channel are balanced.
Yeah.
They're balanced. And we're okay always spreading the message of soul, because that's the answer to this connection. And we will never lead anybody astray for any other purpose, right? We are very, very dedicated. This journey has changed our lives, and this is our way to pay it forward and to give back. And when we share this stuff with you guys, it's all from this place of true, profound love and wanting you guys to have the secrets of the universe, which is also the secrets of your twin flame, which really, truly is just how to align with soul. That's really the secret of this connection. And we don't sugarcoat it. We truth bomb the heck out of it for you guys, because that's what sometimes it takes for you guys to get to this place of, wow, I'm shifting into what this message really finally is. And I love that. I love that we can be this place where you guys can come and you can trust that what we're saying is all about energy. It's nothing to feed addictive energy, ever.
Yeah. And I think that's why so many beautiful souls come to us, because they know we're going to tell them straight up. And even the ones that didn't know we were going to tell them straight up, their soul knew. Even you beautiful soul that's listening, your soul knows. Your soul knows, man, I've been in addictive energy. Man, I shouldn't have stalked. Man, I shouldn't have sent that text. This is going to push me way freaking back. Like, there's this like internal guidance system that's guiding you and telling you, like, not the route. Don't watch that tarot reading. You shouldn't have contacted that psychic, right? There's so many of you that already know what the addictive energy feels like, and you're done with it. You're so done with it. And so when you feel into this resonance, when you hear the truths, when it isn't exciting for the mind, when you are not in addictive energy and you're aligning with soul, you're being brought back in to the unity consciousness that you are. And that's why we share so much of these messages, is because this is what helped us shift. This is how instant your connection can be when you can quickly align back to soul. This is why so many of you bring your person right back in. This is why so many of you are able to communicate with your person. This is why so many of you say, after a call with us, your person contacts you for no reason, or they come back in for no reason. They want to see you for no reason, because you're releasing that mind, you're releasing the addictive energy, and you're to this place where you can hear the secrets of the universe, right? The secrets of this connection, where you are calming the mind and transmuting the addictive energy to one of soul. And so when you receive these truths, even if they're boring for the mind, we want to share them with you. There's this quote that I love. When I heard it, I was like, oh, but it's from Thomas Sowell, S-O-W-E-L-L, Thomas Sowell. And he said, when you want to help people, you tell them the truth. When you want to help yourself, you tell them what they want to hear. So we will never, I know. Yeah. We will never just tell you what you want to hear, right? Ever, 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 ever. Even if it means that you're a client for life, we're not going to lie to you when what you're doing is pushing your person. We can't. It's just our internal compass. Like, I know this journey is hard enough, and I would never want to purposely put someone in a place where they are feeding the addictive energy, because addictive energy is crazy. It's crazy. It's just so effing crazy that I would never want anyone to be given more reasons to leak, to push, and to be stuck in this looping cycle in their connection.
What's something we've talked about raw on this channel before. We talked about the law of one, and we talked about there's like two pathways to ascension essentially through raw, and one is service to others and one is service to self. And when it even though service to others is really truly through the vibration of love, that's what we're doing. We're choosing the vibration of love, the one that benefits all, instead of ever trying to choose the service to self. How is this going to benefit me and only me? When we created this, it was like, how do we impact the world into feeling better, into feeling how we feel, into finding this peace that we never even knew existed until we had our dark night, until we started finding ourselves. And it was really cool. And so it makes me think about that, like, we're choosing the service to others in terms of how do we share love, and not just our love, but how do we share this power of love, this state of being that you guys can all embody to be your highest and best self. And this is how, by learning the truth of what this journey is about, it is being the essence, the God source energy that you are.
And that's why we're always going to share the truth, even though it's really boring for the mind, because we won't feed the mind. We're not going to feed you with addictive energy. We're always going to share the truth. And we know that soul will take care of the rest for us. I'm okay knowing that our channel isn't going to have a lot of people that are in addictive energy. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I really don't want to be the reason why someone would get a hit. I don't want to be the reason why someone is purposely leaking on their person because of us. That's why so many beautiful souls that are finding soul purpose in this connection, who used to do tarot, they'll tell us, you know, I don't feel comfortable doing tarot anymore because I know how much it pushed my person.
You realize right now it's like going and hanging out with a friend. And now that we're awakened, it's like when someone wants to gossip and be in this low vibe, it's like, no, that's not who I am anymore. I'm raising my levels of consciousness up to this vibration of love. And I know that if I'm sitting here gossiping about someone, I'm in really low scale energy. And that's the difference too, is like, as soon as you're awakened and you start feeling energy the way you're meant to feel energy as your guidance system, it's not going to resonate with you anymore to be out of the energy that is your truest self, which is soul. Like, it doesn't feel right anymore. And so that's what you're using each and every day to try to level up. Where's my energy at? How do I feel? Do I feel good? Do I feel gross? Do I feel anxious? Do I feel fearful? Where am I feeling? Because I know that those low scale energies, they're not me, and there's something trying to be released so that I can push myself up to this level of neutrality.
Yeah, we're no longer giving our energy away. We can be conscious now, and when we feel ourselves going into lower vibration, we can choose, hey, you know, I choose me. I'm not going to interact with this, whether it's a soulmate or even with our people, right? With our people, we get to be conscious. We get to set boundaries. We get to choose us. And that's like a big question for a lot of you beautiful souls who ask us, well, how do I set boundaries? How do I tell my person no? Well, you do it by having resonance in your internal guidance system. Using the part of you that knows. You're using the part of you that knows the best and highest good for you. And when you can choose those resonance, your internal guidance system, this is how you can find our channel. This is how all of you that are able to listen to these truths are here, because you can hear the truths in the message that's being revealed to you. And so even if what me and Elizabeth are sharing, we know can be really boring to someone in addictive energy, we're okay with that, because we want to be the outlet for those that are ready for the truth. We want to be an outlet for those that are ready to ascend, are ready to make this journey about them, ready to be in this balanced, neutralized energy where they are choosing them and they are watching their energy. They are making sure that they're conscious, and they are constantly calling the addictive energy, calling mind out throughout the day in any given time to make sure that they keep working on aligning with who they are because now they are awakened. Your levels of consciousness in this moment is constantly raising. Now, now, now. It isn't 10 years ago, isn't 4 years ago, it isn't 10 months ago. It's now. And it isn't 10 years from now. Your consciousness is expanding now. And so when we say time is an illusion, everything is now. Now is the moment. Now is the moment there is. That's literally the only time. Time is only now. And so when we share with you this authentic truth that you are not any different than us, and that's truth, I want to share that with you guys. I want to repeat it. You're not any different from us, because when you have been following this channel for a while, you'll know me and Elizabeth have had our moments where we are having a hard time. That's why you get the good, the bad, the ugly in this channel. We want to be authentic. We want to be honest. We want to share when the addictive energy is harder to balance, when we are wanting to share emotions with our people and we can't because this connection isn't mind, this connection is soul. And so when you can see from the beginning, like Elizabeth, when she's saying, I'm not any different from any of you guys, and you can shift as quickly as I did, because you can hear like her story, her message, it's the same as yours. All of you guys, we all have the same story. Yeah, the story is unique and individual, but the background of the energy is always remaining the same. And so that's when you know it's authentic, when you can see that the journey and the connection is literally the same. It's just being played out differently to each individual situations. But the shift, the alignment, the consciously choosing your consciousness to expand for yourself and not for your person and never again for them, that remains. And that's why the balanced energy, the balanced message, neutralized energy remains as soul, right? We will always gear you in the direction of your soul. We will always gear you back to walking back home to your alignment, to who you are. Because the present moment, the conscious moment is now. If you're asking about the future and you're trying to understand the past of your person, you're in mine. You're in mine in both. We've been together for 4 years, 5 years, 10 years. And when are we going to see each other again in the future? Because so much time has already passed. Mind, mind, mind. You see how all of that is mind? When all there is this present moment. Consciousness. This moment now as the conscious one. Time is irrelevant. Time is irrelevant not only in this journey, but in general, right? Albert Einstein has already proven that time is relative. Everything is in the now. Everything is in this moment now. There's no better journey than our journey that can really teach us that time is now.
What's really cool is, in practical sense, when we say like we can watch our people pull and then be drawn back in the moments of now, we can.
Yeah.
So when we say that our person pulls and then it's instantaneous as soon as we're aligned, it's always now. It's always now. Like the past 2 seconds ago is like gone. It's irrelevant. It is always now. And they are the perfect indicator to show us how irrelevant time is, because they don't see the past with us anymore. They only see this now moment. They don't see the future with us. They only see this now moment.
Mm-hmm. And that's why balancing requires presence. And that's what was a really good tool for you, love, is you always just balanced him with presence. Like, all I have is now. All I have is now. This moment is now. That's all I have. All he can promise me is this present moment. And I think that very practice has allowed...
I think, what shifted me a lot was like to be able to be in that place, because I dropped all future, because the mind before, it wanted a guarantee of the future. And once I realized that guarantee was never going to be again, it was like, okay, well, then what do I have? Well, I have now. So I can either waste this now moment, which is really great, being by his side on the couch watching a show, and I could worry and be in anxiety and be in my mind, or I can just appreciate that this moment is here and really enjoy it. And when I did that, it was like, boom, let me see you again. Boom, let me see you again. And it was suddenly, he was the one asking, when can I see you again? Instead of it being where, when I was in mind and worried about the future, I was the one always asking. So that's why when we say you don't need to do anything, the mind is the one that wants to do, because you're lost in the thoughts. You're lost in the future. You're lost in the expectations. As soon as you change it into this present moment, suddenly they're always asking, when can I see you again? When's the next time we can meet up? Because this was really amazing. This was really fun. I had fun.
Yeah. It's that present moment. And so that's why when someone is ready to shift, when someone is ready to really get deep in their journey and make it about them, it's very instant. I would say that surrendered state, that really deep inner shift of being surrendered and aligning with soul, it's so instant where why do you guys think me and Elizabeth always scream and laugh? Of course, is because it's like, from working with clients, we can see it within 24 48 hours. It's that instant unity consciousness alignment, and it's like boom boom boom. Every single time we hear someone shift internally within themselves, and they release time, they release all doing, they release any focus on their person comes back in, and they will say, you guys were right. Oh my gosh, everything that those girls were saying was right. And we'll kind of just laugh and be like, yeah, because we see it, we practice this, and we recognize it. And we too were in the same boats as you guys were. We too didn't want to release the mind. We too wanted to be stuck in addictive energy. Are you kidding me? Like, I was obsessed with the separation consciousness. Once you shift out of it, it's hard to go back. It's kind of like gossiping, right? Once you've figured out that everything is energy, and now you can feel that your energy literally goes to your person, you're never going to push the same way.
That's why we say you never go. That's why we say you never go backwards. Like you'll never, once you have that shift, that really true inner shift where you start making it about yourself, it never goes back to them, because you catch it. You catch it. You catch it. You catch the mind now. You observe the mind when it comes to your person.
Yeah. And that's why that shift that you had, love, where you told your person, stop calling me. Stop calling me. I don't need you to call me. I can have peace within myself. I don't need you to call me so that I am distracted from the peace. That's that true intent. And your person's never left your side. Ever since then, it was like, well, why would I stop contacting you? Why would I stop calling you? Why?
And know why? Because I kept making it about me. As soon as he said that, I could have easily been like, oh my gosh, but I didn't. I stood firm with, this is about me. And I never deviated from it from that moment on.
Yeah. And you guys, I want you to know, the same practice that we're sharing with you from the beginning that Elizabeth was practicing, she's still talking the same way. Like, just before this call, she was sharing how her person said something like, oh, when they twins, when they do those things. And she even shared, right when she shared it, I forgot the details because I try not to ruminate, but so when we share these truths,
it's true. It's true. Yeah. He says these random things sometimes. And basically it was him telling me how proud he was of me and how he knows how just successful I will be in everything that I do. It was like I felt this just intense love from him.
He told her that people will want to gravitate to her.
Yes.
And they'll feel her energy in some way or another, saying like everyone will want to be with you.
Yes.
Because of your energy. They were
and I was like,
your presence.
But the whole point was, I told Joanne, I was like, I don't even remember exactly what he said because I don't ever ruminate anymore. Whereas before, if he would have said something nice, I would have gone over it and over it and over it, where it was imprinted in my brain. And now it's like, as soon as he says it, I get the warm fuzzy feelings, that mind, of course, those those endorphins that mind releases, and then I let it go and I don't ever repeat it over in my head again.
Yeah. That's why so many of you guys have practiced this, have seen your person pull, right? As soon as your person shares something like that can make the mind feel romantic and emotional, pull. So we all know to wooza, that part of us that gets really into the rumination of confirming that we are twins. But you can have unlimited of those experiences if you can just be present. If you're just fully present in the now, they keep confirming you're one. They keep confirming, we're the same person. They keep confirming you get me like no one else. You are literally me. They say these things that sound like something we would say in our channel, in our videos. And you guys are like, what? Why are they saying this? Why are they expressing so much of the things that I was craving before? And now that they are, I don't even want it or care to hear it, or I'm balancing it. That's why your person's reaching out, is because you're balancing every now moment. You're balancing every now moment in this time right here, right now. And so where are you most magnetic, my loves? When is your person going to be back in your space? It's now. Everything is now. When the mind asks for your person, when your mind thinks that you're running out of time, bring it back to now. Bring it back to now. This really sacred now. This is the answer. Your now moment is the answer. Your twin flame is in the now. And that's why we always share. I love having calls with clients because they'll repeat this with me, and I want to repeat it with all of you. I didn't realize how much this was going to help so many beautiful souls, but this is really what helped me, was looking at my feet. I had to look at my feet because there was so much knowing in this connection that you almost feel like you're with your person every day and they're not with you, right? Because obviously they're pulling, they're not contacting you, but it feels like they're with you all the time. And so the mind can ruminate, the mind can spend all day being in past and all of your amazing experiences. And so I really had to shift back to the now. I had to look at my feet. I had to look at my feet. I had to look at my feet, because this present moment is all there is. I had to fight myself out of the addictive energy that was stuck out of my present moment. And that's why really being conscious where your feet is now grounds you into this present moment. And so the shift is instant. The shift is now. The shift is this present moment unfolding in front of you now. That's the only place that your person can meet you, is in the now. Your person is in the now because your person is you. Your person is your soul, my love. So be in the now. Be in this now moment. Stop letting the mind ask for your person in the past or future. Stop letting the mind bring you to time. The time is this moment here. Union, my love, is now. We love you guys so much. Man, my heart is so open. I'm like, oh, I'm in full unity consciousness right now, full soul mode, my loves. And I hope you are all too. And if you need to hear this again to get you back into this moment here, get you back into soul, play this again to get you back into this moment unfolding right here, right now. And that, my love, is your twin flame. That is the energy that brings your twin flame in. That is the energy that you are one now. We love you guys so much. We hope you have an amazing day. Bye, love.
Bye, love.